Hello Crypto Empire, and welcome back to yet another live stream here on a Sunday. I do want to welcome everybody to the live stream. I see we have a jam-packed audience already. Appreciate every single one of you taking some time out of your weekend to be here. We do have a lot to discuss as usual during our Crypto Empire live streams. So without further ado, let's get right into it. But before we do, I want to give a shout out to everybody getting some hype in the live chat before we start up the stream. Big shout out to Ian M saying hello everyone. McNaz96, great to see you here, brother. He is saying hello Empire. Let's get this stream going. We have Lisa Ford and we have Jazzy here with us today, as well as a jam-packed audience. If you're just tuning in right now, be sure to smash that like button right now. And if you're brand new to Crypto Empire, hit that subscribe button down below, and of course turn on all the notifications so that you don't miss any future videos. Without further ado, it's time to get down to business. Let's discuss what is going to happen now after the Ethereum merge and when Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market are actually going to bottom out here so that we can continue to play this bear market from a position of strength. Without further ado, let's get right into our crypto market overview. So looking at the overall crypto market at the current moment of time, by the way, before I get into this, big shout out to All Day Dre saying welcome to Crypto Empire, and also Aisha Ali saying hello sir, as well as M Zianda. How's it going, guys? Good to see you all here in the live chat. So looking at the overall crypto market, under a $1 trillion market cap for the overall market, Bitcoin trading at $19,695, Ethereum trading for $1,383. So the merge was a sell the news event. Apologies for my phone beeping, very, very busy, but we need to stay focused during this live stream. So yes, Ethereum was a sell the news event. Price now crashing after the merge. The merge does have some very bullish long-term implications for ETH itself, as well as the overall cryptocurrency market. I'll be discussing what those long-term bullish implications are fundamentally. But here in the short term, usually these major macro fundamental events turn out to be sell the news, and this one indeed was a sell the news event. Are we headed lower here? I'll get into that during the technical analysis section of the live stream, so be sure to stick with me until the very end. XRP, Cardano, Solana. Cardano has that hard fork coming up soon, the Vasil hard fork. XRP still in a lawsuit case. It's been, what, like 2-3 years now? We're going to see what happens with that lawsuit case, when it's going to end, and the result of that lawsuit case will have some dire implications on crypto itself. So a lot to look forward to here, even though we are in the depth of the bear market. We got Dogecoin, top 10 relatively unchanged. Looking at today's top gainers, we have a new coin here, Tokenized Exchange. Haven't really done any research on this one, but nonetheless, it is up 8.7% on the day right now. We have Chiliz. Chiliz, of course, talk about this one a lot here. Crypto Empire up 7.2% on the day. And then we have ApeCoin pumping yesterday. ApeCoin just had a huge token unlock. Everybody thought there was going to be a huge sell-off, but the opposite happened. We saw a parabolic pump, absolutely squeezing all of the leveraged short traders on a Saturday. Other than that, the market is relatively flat. Looking at today's top losers, we have Terra Luna, the new Terra Luna 2, down 11.5% on the day, and Terra Luna Classic down 9.3% on the day. Also, Ravencoin, we call the Ravencoin pump. Now it is selling off. There is no momentum in the market higher, so nobody's buying. There's no demand. So that's why all these pumps were short-lived. Ravencoin, if we look at the chart very quickly, this is the Bitcoin chart. We'll get into that in just one moment. But if we look at Ravencoin, if we look on the daily price chart, this thing did indeed go parabolic, multiplied hundreds of percentiles. As you can see, it was up 150% just from September 3rd. Now from that high, Ravencoin is down 37%, all right? So that's why you never want to FOMO into anything, right? You don't want to be a buyer after something pumps 150%. In most instances, sometimes it can work out for you if we're in a raging bull market and that 150% pump is just the first flagpole in a continuation pattern higher. Sometimes it can work out for you if you FOMO higher, But more often than not, if you're buying after a 150% move, you are indeed giving into your emotions, your fear of missing out emotions. And if you really want to be successful in cryptocurrency, you cannot give in to your human emotions of greed, fear of missing out, right? You want to get rich quick, so you're just going to buy something because you see a huge green candle. That is not the way to do it, folks. You want to buy it before it rallies, and we teach you how to do that here at Crypto Empire. So again, if you are brand new, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and of course, stay a while. So that's our crypto market overview. We have a lot to discuss now. Let's get right into our Bitcoin technical analysis and discuss the price action and when I think Bitcoin is actually going to be bottoming out here during this bear market. Before I do that, I do want to check into the live chat. I can see we have Dre going off in the live chat. Lisa, how are you? Ian M. Good to see everybody, guys. Let's get that like to a 1-to-1 viewer ratio, and let's get into our Bitcoin technical analysis. So we are going to start things off looking at the macro on our Coinbase chart. Let's go ahead and pull up a weekly price chart on Bitcoin, clean this up a little bit as well. So on this weekly, clean this up a little bit further. Okay, so on this weekly price chart, let's actually go to a monthly. Just really zoom out to the macro here. So on this monthly price chart, we can see that we are using the all-time high from 2017 as our current support level. All right, for the past 4 months, we have 1, 2, 3. Now we're on the 4th month in September here. This level, no candle body has managed to close below $19,000 on the monthly chart. Of course, if we lower this to a daily time frame or a 4-hour time frame, we're going to see candle closures beneath 19K because the low so far in this bear market, as you can see, is $17,567. But as it stands on the macro, we are still holding this 20K level, this 19K level as our support. Now, do I think we're going to break this support? I think it's highly plausible we do indeed break this multi-year support level going back to the all-time high from 2017. Nonetheless, we're still holding on to it right now. So until the charts invalidate that thesis, right? An invalidation of us breaking support would, of course, be that we hold it and we actually go ahead and start moving up higher from here. That would be invalidation of the thesis that we go lower. But until the chart proves me wrong, I do still think that this support level will actually go ahead and break. I do think it will be happening sooner rather than later. Because if we look, let's pull out a date and time range from the November all-time high at $69,000. We have been going now in this bear market around 304 days. That is just about 10 months of time, a little under 10 months of time, right? So almost 1 full year we have been going down. If we look at some previous bear markets to the low, we can see back here in 2018, 2017, this one took around roughly 396 days. Yeah, a little over 1 year to get to that low, all right? 365 days, pretty much exactly. So that means we still possibly have a little more time here to head lower during this bear market. So keep that in mind. We're definitely not out of the woods yet. If we go 365 days, that's going to put the bottom sometime around November, early November. Keep in mind, we need to know everything that is going on with the overall economy, fundamental macro events. November of 2022, this year, we have a very big election period in the United States. We have the midterm elections. Most likely, we are going to see some kind of stock market rally right before these midterm elections, because I'm not going to get political at all, but there is one political party that is very desperate to get votes. So they want to make everything look rosy and green pastures, so that they can go ahead and sway some swing voters. So most likely they try to manipulate the market and they try to make things seem very, very positive before these elections. All right, so it's possible here that we have the month of October still to be determined, because let's not forget we have FOMC this Wednesday, September 21st. This is going to be the next interest rate hike. It is expected to be 75 basis points, but it could very well be 100 basis points, a full percentage point interest rate hike. And most likely that's going to be very bearish. I do think that the market goes sideways until Wednesday. I'll hop into my lower term TA in just 1 minute. Let me just take a sip of water. Bear with me. So yes, Wednesday we have this FOMC meeting. Now, leading up to this FOMC meeting, probably going to be radio silent, static like usual. But I think this meeting will determine the shorter term price action for the month of October. But with the midterms in November, I think things can get very ugly before it. And they kind of brighten up around the midterms, and they're going to get super ugly after again. Because there's no reason to prop it up after the midterms. But on the macro analysis here, clearly holding the all-time high from 2017. Let's go ahead and drop this down to a daily time frame on BTC. So here on the daily, it's quite obvious we are in a trading range. Lows over here at 17.5, highs up here just above $25,000. So we are in this range. Go ahead and switch the chart around. And as it stands, yesterday we were in a descending wedge and we did break out to the upside. Okay, as you can see right here. But price was actually rejected at this resistance level at $20,200. Now, with the weekends now, especially during the bear market, we always do tend to see volume fall off of a cliff, which is why I'm not interested in taking short-term trades on a Friday afternoon or especially on a Saturday or Sunday. Now, it really does, it kind of makes me chuckle because I've been doing this long enough and I see what else is out there, right? For example, I can go on a website like Twitter. By the way, follow me on Twitter if you're not already following me on Twitter. But I can go on a website on Twitter on a Saturday morning and I can see all these, huge accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers, saying that price just broke out of this wedge and we're bullish now and everybody should be long, etc., etc. And I'm just like, listen, it's the weekend. We cannot trust these moves. Now is not the time to be entering into a position on a Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning. That's the worst possible decision you can make. That is not at all playing from a position of strength. Sure, it could work out for you, but there's really no reason to be entering fresh short-term trades on a Saturday morning when we see time and time again, every single weekend, we get a pump, it's completely erased a few hours later. We get a sell-off, price rebounds a few hours later. All of these moves are most likely manipulated over the weekend, and during the weekend is not the time when you want to be a short-term trader. Very simple, all right? So if you're listening to some jagaloon on Twitter saying to get long on a Saturday morning, you might want to unfollow them. Not advice at all, but you can do whatever you want. But anyway, it does make me chuckle to see that this thing is going ahead and selling off. Now, the bullish thesis is not invalidated at all, right? Until this low is broken down here at $19,270 approximately, that would invalidate a bit of a relief rally here. Okay, so what a lot of people most likely did is they went ahead and they took this breakout long at a point like this, and their stops are all just beneath this wick low. All right, there are a ton of stop loss orders right now beneath this wick low on Bitcoin on the short-term time frame. What does that mean? It means that most likely we're going to go ahead and sweep these lows. I would not be surprised to see price go sweep these lows and then go ahead and start to march up higher a little bit. Remember, the market wants maximum pain. The market's job is to take your money from your account. There's no such thing as free lunch here. No such thing as free lunch at all. All right, so we have to basically determine what's going to happen, and we have to speculate on that. And we know that there's a ton of stop losses beneath this wick. So what do we expect? We expect this to at least get stop loss hunted, sweep the lows before a possible push up higher. All right, so that's our short term. Our short term, very quiet. I'm not expecting too much before, like I said, the FOMC meeting. That's going to be taking place this Wednesday, September 21st. And this will most likely determine the direction for the month of October. Very quickly, let's go ahead and look at CoinGlass. CoinGlass, a good site for some data. Tells us some important metrics to always keep an eye on. If we go to data, and we go to Bitcoin return percentage, and then we go to monthly. The month of October, historically speaking, is a green month for Bitcoin, right? Since 2013, approximately 9 years here, we've only had 2 red months and a lot of green with 25% plus gains. So historically speaking, October is a very, very good month for crypto. Even in 2019, we saw Bitcoin up 10% in October. All right, but that is history yet to be written. History is, of course, written by the victor. But as it stands right now, I think FOMC is going to heavily determine which direction the market does trade in with interest rates. The overall macroeconomic situation has a lot of sway on what is happening. And Bitcoin is still highly correlated to stocks. And if we look at stocks, the S&P, we went ahead and we just lost this support level. All right, this is super bearish. The fact that price went ahead and closed beneath this support level on the ES, which is the S&P 500 futures contract. So as it stands now, stocks are super bearish. We just lost a key support level. Below that, 3,800 and 3,740 are our next supports. Okay, and these are a few points away, right? 2.4% to 3.8%, 3.9%. So these moves on stocks are going to be super bearish on Bitcoin if this does play out, if they cannot just recover this. So really, I'm expecting more red here soon. And in terms of the overall macro bottom for crypto, it's going to happen most likely the end of this year or early 2023. So in terms of portfolio right now, somebody just asked me yesterday, if you had 100K to invest, how would you invest it right now? As it stands, I would put a lot of it, 90% of it I would hold in cash, and for short-term trading, maybe I would use 10%. I would use 10 grand for short-term trading if I had a fresh 100K just given to me right now, right? So expect the bottom to play out here. In terms of risk-reward, I do want to zoom this out one more time before we move on to some altcoins and Ethereum. But in terms of risk-reward, if we look at the all-time high at $69,000 to where we are right now, we are down 71%. Okay, usually we can see Bitcoin go down around 80%. Most altcoins are going to be down 95 to 99% during the bear market. A lot of them are right now. So Bitcoin right now to current price, or to the low, it's 74%. To the current price, it's 71%. Now, if we go down a full 80% here, that's going to take us to $13,500 approximately. All right, 13.5, 13.6K is going to be a full 80% drawdown. If we see 16K, that's going to put us around 76%. I don't think we go lower than 80%, around 13, but if we do somehow make it to 11, 12, that's going to be around an 82% drawdown from the all-time high. All right, most likely I think 80% will be the max drawdown. Could be a little bit lower than that, but again, 80% puts us right at $13,600, $13,500. So it's possible. All right, you want to have spare capital to be able to slurp up that dip. That is going to be the buying opportunity of the century probably. Crypto is an exponentially growing industry. More and more people are entering into this space. More and more people are getting interested in cryptocurrency and investing in it over time. And if we do have the opportunity to buy Bitcoin at an 80% drawdown from its previous all-time high in the midst of a bear market, it could be one of the best golden opportunities, very similar to what we had over here in March 2020 with that flash crash that took the world by storm and actually went ahead and ignited a raging bull market for a few years here. So that's my overall macro analysis on Bitcoin, expecting that bottom to play out most likely over the next few months in 2022 or early 2023. There's really no bullish catalyst to see a bottom here. Bottoms take months to form, okay? They take months. It doesn't happen overnight. It's going to be long and drawn out, right? A good example is the 2018 bear market. What do we have here? This is a bottom, okay? This is a bottom here. Long. Look at these. These are weekly candles. Notice how small and narrow they are. Price trading in a very low range. Look at volume. Volume dropped off, okay? This is what we look for in a bottom. We don't necessarily have that just yet, kind of. We kind of do. One similarity I will point out to 2018 and right now is the W, right? The double bottom. Okay, that's pretty obvious, and it's also pretty obvious here in the weekly as well, with what we have holding that 20K level. Right, another W here, double bottom. Could be, but I really do think we go lower because Bitcoin's never seen a global macroeconomic recession as we do have right now. And we're going to see. We're going to see what does happen. Nobody has a crystal ball to go ahead and predict the future. But yes, I'll repeat myself one more time for all the people listening in the back. End of this year, most likely, or early next year, we'll see the bottom. Holding a lot of cash, waiting for it. We'll see what happens. Going to continue to short-term trade in the meantime. But that is my overall macro analysis on Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and take a look at the live chat right now and see what's happening with our live audience. We have Danil saying, what do you think about Putin buying all Bitcoin? I'm not sure about that. It could just be a rumor. I'm not sure if that's confirmed or just speculation. But what do I think? I think that I think it would be a good investment. So we'll see. Adrian Kent giving that thumbs up. Good to see you, Adrian. And we have Lisa Ford saying, Lisa, good to see you, saying that Dre's a good salesman. That's pretty funny. And Aisha saying, sir, KNC got down significantly. Is it rug pull? No, I don't think that Kyber Network is a rug pull, but we can go ahead and take a look at the chart very quickly. Ooh, what the heck happened here? Okay, well maybe something happened that I'm not aware of. But yeah, this is a sell-off here. All happened in 1 hour. Something happened. And this was just 3 hours ago. Randy saying, Olaf from Mexico. Good to see you, Randy. Let's find out what's happening with KNC Kyber Network. I doubt the official Twitter account will have any information for us because they want to protect their image and their brand, so they're not going to say anything negative that's happening. But let's see if we can find anything on the interwebs, specifically Twitter. Let's see, we had a whale sell. This tweet saying, the KNC whale has just withdrawn 900K of KNC from Kyber staking. This was deposited in January 2022 when KNC was $1.30. If it moves to XTF, FTX, get ready for a dump. Okay, so people were watching on chain. Nelson Rio Frio saying hello, good to see you, Nelson, as well as Carnus saying, ooh, that looks like ouch. Yeah, this was a huge sell-off here. Okay, so it looks like we had a whale go ahead and unstake their tokens, move it onto an exchange, and then market sell those coins, which is what actually caused this major sell-off. And this tweet saying that they bought it at $1.30. So that means if they sold it in this whole entire period from, if you look at $1.30, right? So if they bought it, or if they sold it at $1.89, they were making 45% on millions of dollars, and any time in between. So they just made a ton of money. Congratulations to them. Completely legal, right? I don't see anything illegal with this move. If a whale wants to sell, a whale is going to sell. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just the game, folks. Welcome to the real world. That's how it works. If you got money, or if you have an asset, you're allowed to liquidate it. Looks like a whale just went ahead and liquidated around 9%, I believe, of the KNC overall supply. Yeah, or 0.9%. My mistake, so 0.9%. Let's go ahead and take a look at KNC some more here on CoinGecko. Major sell-off. All right, that's what we have to know about KNC. Somebody unstaked and sold a lot of it. All right, wasn't a rug pull, just a holder liquidating a large percentage of his position. Vazir saying, thoughts on the DXY? Do you think it may be topping out? Let's go ahead and check out the DXY. The Dixie. Always good to look at the Dixie. Now, do I think that it is topping out? Personally, no. Personally, I expect interest rates to continue to rise here. Eventually, the Fed will have to pivot, or they're just going to destroy the whole entire economy, but that's not going to happen yet. However, I think with this interest rate hike coming up on this Wednesday, look, if we see a full 100 basis point hike, that's very bullish for the dollar, all right? Because higher interest rates means more people are going to be holding and valuing their cash. Right? That means it's bullish for the DXY. Okay, so I don't think that the dollar has topped out just yet. And as I discussed, I'm still bearish here on Bitcoin and crypto as stocks as well. Stocks just lost support. So I do think the dollar can still push up higher to this $111 level. And if we look at a weekly or a monthly, let's look at a monthly chart on the DXY. Right, this thing has a lot of previous price action at higher levels, so it can most certainly go ahead and test some highs. Don't be surprised if this goes and tests higher highs. 113 to 115 as well. All right, but we're going to find out what happens with this FOMC meeting on Wednesday. Again, if they raise it 100 basis points, that's very bullish for the dollar. I would expect the dollar to pump and crypto and stocks to sell off if we see that 100 basis point rate hike, even a 75 basis point rate hike. We can see the dollar pump off of that. Okay, so interesting stuff here. But to answer the question, no, I don't think that the dollar has topped out. We'll see. It's certainly high. It's certainly, a bit extended here. There's no denying that, but I don't think it's topped out just yet. If we look at Bitcoin dominance as well, Bitcoin dominance still holding that low. It broke the low, but was quickly rebounded, as we can see right here. Bitcoin dominance went ahead and rebounded to 41.5%. Now sitting exactly at 41%. Okay, so we saw a lot of altcoins have big rallies when Bitcoin dominance was this low. This is certainly the territory to have those altcoins pop off like popcorn kernels. But as it starts to rise, we expect that to die off, and we expect altcoins to sell off back to where they were. Right, all the altcoin pumps, especially in a bear market, expect them to be very short-lived. So if you're trading them, you need to be quick to take your profits if you're on the long side. Okay, you cannot overstay your welcome in a macro downtrend. For all the traders out there, if you're trading long, we're counter trend trading. Can't speak. We're counter trend trading in a bear market. Okay, so we cannot overstay our welcome on the long side with a short-term position. We must be quick to take our profits off of the table when going long, especially in a macro bear market. Anyway, Bitcoin dominance still on the same level. Okay, we're going to see what does happen here. Eventually, I expect Bitcoin dominance to pick up, but as it stands now, it's near the lows. Okay, so until it starts to break this trend line and start to march higher, form another uptrend, I expect it to stay and huddle around down here. Now, Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum dominance losing after the merge. Right, people selling their ETH back into BTC. This can be reflected by looking at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. Okay, if we look at this, we have a level here at 6.8% or 6.8 million Satoshis. That's how I read the chart. I read 6.8 as one Ethereum equals 6.8% of one Bitcoin, okay? So we are headed down to this support level. Below that, we do have a few right at 6.4%, 5.96%, and then we get down here to this demand zone. Okay, but the merge definitely had a lot of hype around it. We're seeing the sell-off now, but long-term fundamentally, I think that the merge is very bullish for Ethereum. Okay, this article, talking about the merge and all the changes and what it means for retail. The move to proof of stake, of course. And one major thing right here is proof of work, energy consumption. All right, the Ethereum Foundation claims it will make the network more than 99% more energy efficient. This is very important to shine a light on because of where the world is headed right now overall. Where is the world headed, right? You're probably thinking to yourself, interesting you bring this up, Connor. Where is this world headed? Well, to be quite frank, it's pretty dark where everything is headed. And a lot of it has to do with, this energy whole narrative, the energy crisis, etc. Bitcoin is going to be ridiculed and attacked very, very, very hard going forward by the organizations that, write the scripts of what happens. Ethereum now has the green light because they are proof of stake and no longer proof of work. All right, Ethereum has the thumbs up, the green light. It's all good now, right? We're not using too much energy, right? Bitcoin is going to get attacked because of its energy consumption, and that's going to be tough, right? They're going to vilify it. So that is going to be tough. Now, I do see Bitcoin possibly losing its number one spot to Ethereum down the line, right? My previous stance was that Bitcoin will always stay number one, but I've since changed my opinion. I do think that Ethereum could possibly overtake Bitcoin. Bitcoin will always be extremely relevant. It will always be at the top of the market cap, but it will be more of just the rich guy store of value, similar to gold, while Ethereum will be the mainstream, the masses are going to use it, the smart contract mainstream platform, everything is on it. I don't think either Bitcoin or Ethereum, their networks, will be used for payments. There's going to be other ones used for payments. I don't know what it's going to be. Nobody has that. But of course, there's ones like HBAR and the CBDC coins like Quant, etc. Those are going to be the ones used for payments. But I see Ethereum as the mainstream coin used by the masses and Bitcoin as the ultra rich guy store of value. All right, this is going to happen over the next decade or so, not going to happen immediately. So this is not a call to go ahead and sell all of your Bitcoin immediately for Ethereum. No, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying macro-wise and the fundamentals, this is what it implicates, right? Ethereum emissions are going to be way down now after this merge, right? Less Ethereum is emitted per day than Bitcoin now. So it's very interesting stuff, and I have no maximalist stance, but as it stands, I do think that ETH could one day overtake Bitcoin in terms of dominance, market share, market cap, etc., etc. All right, so we have analyzed a lot of macro today and a lot of fundamental. I do want to spend time looking at shorter term trade opportunities for alts, for Bitcoin, for Ethereum. Right? If you're just tuning in right now to the live stream, be sure to smash that like button down below. And of course, if you're brand new, you do need to subscribe to the channel and turn on all the notifications. I'm going to go ahead and catch up with the live chat right now. We have Corb, big shout out to Corb saying, let's go Empire. I'm stopping in on my way to work. Connor, do you think ETH will get back above 1420, or is it the start of another heavy downtrend? Let's go ahead and take a look at that right now, Corb. And we have Reverend Flashback saying, hi, Connor, how are you? I'm doing very well, Reverend Flashback. Good to see you. A familiar name here in the live chat. I hope you're doing well as well. And I appreciate you taking some time out of your Sunday to join us here at Crypto Empire. So we have Corb asking, do I think that ETH can get back above 1420? 420 blaze it. If we take a look at the chart right here, 1420 is this yellow dotted line, and we just broke the support level. All right, we've been watching this one in the Discord. I'm sure that's why Corb is asking about it. But this level, we were expecting it to break down on Friday. It actually held up on Friday over here. We had that little mini relief pump, and then we were rejected at this long-term trend line. I will show you on the daily chart. This trend line goes back to July of 2022. As you can see, we do have this rally-based rally demand zone just here, all right? Rally-based rally. We have this demand level form. We went ahead and outlined this from wick to wick, proximal line at the highest wick, distal line at the lowest wick, and price is now dipping into this demand level. Okay, so on Friday, I went ahead and I took an ETH short, expecting this level to break down, but what I did was it held on Friday, so I closed it. I didn't want to be in any positions over the weekend. So price pumped yesterday morning, rejected at that trend line going back to that demand zone in July a few months ago. Now we are actually breaking that support level. So Corb asking, do I think that Bitcoin or do I think that Ethereum could reclaim this? And it is certainly possible that this is just a deviation breaking the range and then it goes ahead and reclaims. Because this is a Sunday, right? We don't really trust the price action on a Sunday. If we look at the daily chart, it will tell us why. Right? Look at today's volume. This is a daily. Look at today's volume. Look at yesterday's volume. compared to the volume bars during the week, it's significantly lower. Okay, the volume's significantly lower over the weekend. So that just means price is easier to manipulate when there's less participants trading in the market. Right, so I don't fully trust the move. So it is very possible that this is just a deviation and price reclaims the support at 1420. But at the same time, it's possible that this is indeed the start of a heavy downtrend. All right, pure speculation, which is why you're seeing right now, I'm not giving a clear answer because I'm not in the market. I don't have a bias. I don't have an edge. If I had an edge right now with where it stands, I would be in a position. I would be in a trade. But if I have no bias, if I have no edge, I'm going to stay flat, and I'm going to explain that very clearly. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at ETH, because ultimately it will head back down here to $1,000. All right, I'm definitely a buyer down here if we see ETH at 1050 again, especially sub 9. Sub 900, if you're not a buyer of Ethereum, you probably have a few screws up in your head loose, all right? We want to be buyers in demand at wholesale prices. These are wholesale prices down here. Right, sub $1,000, 1050. That's wholesale. We don't want to be buying retail. Right now, as it stands, 1380, kind of retail. All right, we don't want to be FOMOing it up here. Oh, price just broke. And also, if we look at this chart, with that trendline rejection, you know, we just had basically a back test of it. This looks quite bearish here. Price coiling up here between these two major trend lines. I do want to show you this one because this one goes all the way to the all-time high pretty much. Right, as you can see, I connected to these April highs at around $3,500, and we went ahead and connected these highs over here more recently at 2K and 1.8K. All right, so we had this resistance, we had this support, price was coiling up, it just broke it to the downside. This is a bearish looking chart, right? Quite a bearish looking chart, but we're in daily demand, okay? So as it stands, it's not going to heavily sell off. What would cause a heavy sell-off is a loss of this demand level. Okay, if we lose this demand level, we're going to test the lows. Still yet to be determined if it does hold down here in this demand level. That's my outlook on ETH. Staying flat, no rush to get into a position here. Because like I said, I have no edge right now. No bias. So there's no sense in trying to force anything. Let's see, Jazzy saying, do you still think Glimmer is worth hodling? Yes, I do, Jazzy. Yes, I do. Glimmer. Good narrative going for it, right? Polkadot didn't really get going at all during the last bull market. Glimmer, I do think, could go lower, which is why I have this gray box down here from 35 to 25 cents. I do think Glimmer can head down here. Okay, but I think it's a good coin to hodl. Yeah, I do. I do think Glimmer is a good one. They have a strong, tight-knit community over there. They have builders, people building projects, and people are using it, all right? So Glimmer, yes, I do still think it's a good coin to hodl. But I think we're going to be able to buy it lower still, so there's no rush to FOMO into Glimmer. We got Carnage Champion. We have Ivan1381 talking about ETH. I just went over ETH, Ivan. Hopefully that answered your question there. Carnage Champion saying, I think ETH will have some drama coming soon and the price will plummet, but I think it is designed that way so that the big guys who missed the train can get in for cheap. Well, Carnage Champion, your comment right there and my analysis are like two peas in a pod. They line up quite well, all right? As I discussed with this bear market bottom, I do think that we're going to head lower here into the end of this year, early next year. And exactly what you just said there, some drama, big sell-off, lower than 1K Ethereum, Bitcoin sub 16K. I think we're going to get that. I think we're going to get that here over the next 1 to 3, 4 months. All right, so yeah, I agree. And that's an opportunity for the big guys, right? The big guys on Wall Street, the big hedge funds or whatever to get in. That's also an opportunity for the normal everyday person to buy in as well. Because the beautiful thing about crypto is there's zero barrier to entry. All you need to do is download Coinbase, make a free account, and you can start buying these assets, okay? So yes, it's going to be an opportunity for the big guys to get in cheap, but it's also an opportunity for the normal everyday average Joe who goes to work, to invest some of his money into cryptocurrency and, of course, put himself in a position to make a fabulous return on his investment. So it's an opportunity for everybody. It's inclusive, right? It's not just for the big guys. We can all capitalize on it. Sniff. Shout out to Sniff. Always good to see you here in the live chat, Sniff. Absolute legend. Saying, I've been sitting here waiting for my SIF chain to deposit into Osmosis DEX for like 20 minutes, WTF. Really don't get why this happens so often. It takes way too long to deposit some assets into the Osmosis DEX. Sniff, I know what you mean. It's frustrating when blockchain transactions don't just go right through. I'm sure that your SIF chain will eventually make it over to the Osmosis decentralized exchange. But, they're pretty active. You can hit up their team on Twitter if it doesn't work. And we have Danil saying, Connor, you're the best. Appreciate your support, Danil. Randy saying, what do you think about the skyrocketing energy costs in Europe and shutting down the production of raw materials? Randy, very good point, okay? So, yes, the energy crisis in Europe is just beginning. We just got a $4.99 super chat from McNaz96. McNaz saying, last Sunday I asked about Pulse Chain. Have you looked into the airdrop they are talking about? McNaz, no, I have not looked into the airdrop around Pulse Chain. But my thoughts on Pulse Chain are... Sorry, one moment. My thoughts on Pulse Chain are... I like it. I think Pulse Chain will do well. It's a new shiny object, a new shiny coin token on the market. Another Ethereum competitor. I wouldn't touch Hex because, as I discussed last week, there's major whales who have been in since day one staking, earning great APY, and they now hold millions of dollars of it just locked up, waiting to be released to sell in the market. So I wouldn't touch Hex, but Pulse Chain certainly I would be interested in for an opportunity to invest, and I would look to take profit after it multiplied, right? I would not hold on to it. But thank you for the super chat, McNaz, but I have not looked into that airdrop. I will go ahead and do that after this stream, but can't do it in the middle of this one. Anyway, back to what Randy was asking about the energy crisis in Europe and rising production of raw material. This has been in motion from 2020, it's just one domino after the other. And what do I think about it? I think it's going to be very tough for a lot of families, for everyday people, to pay for their cost of living because of the rising cost of living. And now this energy crisis is really going to hit them quite hard. If we look at something like oil, right? Oil went ahead and peaked out at $130 per barrel, and currently it's $84 per barrel. But yeah, with the rising energy crisis, it just means that everyday normal people are going to have a very hard time paying their bills, and they'll have less disposable income to go ahead and invest. All right? So it's not good. It's not good at all for the economy. It's super bearish. It's super, super bearish, which is why I think we're going to head lower here on Bitcoin, Ethereum, stocks, commodities, etc. I think we're going to get some better buying opportunities here. And the energy crisis in Europe is definitely a catalyst for that. Nick saying up 414% on a KNC short. It looks like you were paying attention to that whale selling off his coins, Nick. Congratulations on the awesome trade. I love to see it, right? I love seeing people in my community have success. And if you're up 414% on that, well, then you are absolutely crushing it. So, yeah, KNC selling off rapidly today. Whale went ahead and dumped his tokens. So, congrats, Nick. Tweezer top on the daily close on Friday. Yep, I see it right here. That trade that I had, I took a long on KNC 2 weeks ago at the breakout of this resistance level at 180, and I had my scalp target at $2. So I had a successful trade on KNC on the long side 2 weeks ago. But as you can see, no longer in that one. Obviously, we moved the stop up to break even. But yeah, Nick is talking about this tweezer top, these two wicks closing like this. This is his edge, his signal to go ahead and take a short. So great job on executing that one, Nick. Respect. Let's see, Ivan 1381. I enter an ETH 20x. I short at 1450. Thank you, man. Congratulations, Ivan. Awesome. You are up nicely right now at 20x. Let's go ahead and see from 1450 to current price. So you're up 100%, right? Because price is down 5%. You're on 20x leverage. 20 times 5 is 100%. So that means if you put 10 grand short, you're up $10,000 in profit. Love to see it, Ivan. Congratulations on that trade, my man. Let's see, Carnage Champion saying, yup, that is also why I love crypto and you have full control if you got on a hardware wallet. He's talking about, the fact that anybody can just buy into it and set themselves up financially for the future. Great investment opportunity here. McNaz saying, Richard Hart says that any ETH coins held in a MetaMask wallet on the ETH network will be airdropped into your wallet on the Pulse Chain network. Yes, that's the copy, the copies. I'm familiar with the Pulse Chain copies. Basically, in your MetaMask wallet, this MetaMask is new. I don't think I'm logged in either. Yeah, so on your MetaMask wallet, every single coin that you have in your Ethereum network wallet, you're going to get an exact number of it in your new Pulse Chain wallet. All right, so that's the copy feature. It's going to be very interesting to see if these copy coins actually hold their value as they do in the Ethereum network. I expect a lot of people to sell them instantly and just take USDC. It's going to be interesting. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into some shorter term price action stuff, especially with altcoins. We've been going for almost 50 minutes already. So time's flying by. Time does indeed fly by when you're having fun. I'm sure everybody in the live audience is having fun as well. If you are having fun, be sure to let me know by smashing that like button down below. We have a request, Vajra, saying, hi, Connor, can you please review buy zones for RNDR and Gala games? So let's look at render first. Looking for buy zones. We can certainly look for some buy zones on render. First area of interest is going to be at 38 cents approximately. And of course, we cannot just ignore the bottom. Okay, so the bottom here, from 35 down to 27 cents on RNDR. And that looks like it would line up very well with an 88.6. Yeah, right here at 34 cents was our 88.6. Okay, we lost the fib, the golden pocket at 61.8. So we expect it to come down to the lower fib levels. And there is an interesting one at 34 cents. Now, if we make new lows, right? Let's say Bitcoin and ETH make lower lows, and this one does as well. Well, where might it go? Highly doubt it, but our 0.27 is at 11.7 cents. That would be something. Again, highly doubt it. Doubt it drops another 75%, but it's possible. Remember, any crypto can go to zero at any moment, but RNDR already down 95% from its all-time high at $8. So yeah, we're gonna look around the 30 to 34 cent level, 27 to 34 cent on RNDR. And for Gala Games is definitely a project that I'm interested in terms of the metaverse gaming scene. Shout out to Rigoberto saying, good day, everyone. May the gains be with you. Rigoberto, awesome to see you here in the live chat. So for Gala Games, we are currently using this level as support at 4.3 cents. Look, this is very interesting. I like this a lot. I like this pattern, right? Because this is how a bottom kind of looks. See how it's just going sideways, just in a range. Look at the volume, super low volume, especially compared to over here when it was pumping. This is how bottoms form, and it's been, what, 3-4 months? Let's grab it from right here. To current date, it's been, yeah, over 3 months going in this bottom formation, okay? So I like that. I do like that a lot. Let's see if this bullish divergence played out. Yep. Interesting. Right, this is bullish divergence when price is making lower lows and RSI is making higher lows. We expect a pump, and that happened. I should make a YouTube video about how to trade bullish and bearish divergence. But for anybody that doesn't know what it is, this is a short summary. Right, price making lower lows, RSI making higher lows. You expect it to pump. Pumped to the range high over here, now just chilling, going sideways. So we can get rid of that, played out. Let me know if you guys want to see some more trading tutorials on the channel, some divergence tutorials, as well as some other cool stuff on how to improve your trading overall. Of course, I do have my own course, but you know, I love making content. So if you want to see that, just let me know. But Gala, yeah, this support at 4.3, definitely an area that piques my interest. And below that, let's go to a 1 hour chart and see if we have any demand levels on that huge rally on its way up from the exchange listing on Binance. That would give us an area to basically go ahead and look for to buy. And there is none, okay? I'm not going to go lower than a 1 hour. I'm sure if we drop this down to a 15-minute price chart or a 5-minute price chart, we would be able to find that candle pattern of a demand zone. That's what I'm looking for. Remember, it's either a rally, base, rally, or drop, base, rally for demand. In this candle, we would be looking for the rally, base, rally. But we don't have it on the 1 hour. I'm not going to drop this down to a 15 or a 5 minute to find one. I know it's in here somewhere, right? It's probably somewhere around here, right? From like 3 to 2 cents. But as it stands, 4.3. You know, just use your even numbers, 2.5 or 3.5 cents, 3 cents, 2.5 cents, etc. to DCA on something like Gala Games. But those are my buying levels that I'm looking for. Reverend Flashback asking Connor, talking mid and long term, what are the layer ones you were most bullish on? Thanks for the stream, great as usual. Well, Reverend, I appreciate your encouragement here. In terms of layer ones, definitely Ethereum, obviously, as you know, going to be like it's going to stay number 2 or become the number 1 crypto. So obviously for a layer 1, something like Ethereum. Now all these other layer 1s are basically copycats of Ethereum in a way. Okay, so that's why if you're risk averse, you just buy ETH and you just forget about it. BNB going to be huge, is huge right now. BNB not going anywhere. I mean, Cosmos going to be major. Right, I definitely see Cosmos overtaking things like AVAX. Solana, look, Solana's the VC coin. It's going to stay relevant. Right, these are kind of all larger cap picks. Hedera, Hashgraph, very bullish on this layer 1. Elrond, very solid layer 1 right here. Right, Elrond is super bullish project, super bullish coin. Low supply. I think Elrond can make a lot of noise in the future. I made a full video about it. If you don't know what it is, go ahead and watch it on my channel over here 9 days ago. Watch that one. It's a good video. Evmos, we're going to see what happens with Evmos. I like it. I like it a lot. So many layer 1s. If you're asking about some maybe small caps, I think A0 can make some noise in the future. Down to $1.03. The private sale for this was 10 cents, I believe, all right? So this is only up around 10x from that private sale, which is still a considerable amount of money, right? A 10x on $100,000 becomes $1 million, so that's a considerable amount of money for sure. But this thing launched at the end of the last bull market. I think A0 is a good pick for a layer 1 in the future. Those were a few right there. A lot of them top 50, you know, top 100. Gave you a 0, which is a lower cap. I wouldn't touch Phantom. There's nothing really going. There's nothing bullish about Phantom. I wouldn't touch that. I know Radix is solid. But yeah, layer 1's a lot to choose from. I just gave you a few of them. Obviously, Ethereum will stay number 1. But good question, Reverend. Vajra, any thoughts on UWU? No thoughts, Vajra. I'm not too familiar with that. Rigoberto saying, let's get some hype in the chat. Absolutely. Asking if Do Kwon's going to jail. It looks like he is. Let's look at this article. Do Kwon on the run. Apparently his warrant, he had a warrant issued for his arrest in South Korea. We can see the man behind terror is wanted by South Korean authorities and is not in Singapore as they thought, but tweeted that he's not hiding. Okay, this is Mr. Rug Pull himself here, Do Kwon, saying that he is trying to protect himself, defend himself in multiple jurisdictions. I mean, listen, high probability it was an attack on Terra, but Do Kwon definitely took millions and millions and millions of dollars out. And like, come on, like this guy is obviously going to be the one that takes the blame, and he's hiding. And yeah, he's going to get pinned hard. He's going to get pinned super, super hard. So we'll see what happens for it. We see what happens with this one. The damage is done. Luna's now a meme coin. I'm over it. It is what it is. Whatever. Let's see what else is going on. Randy loves the tutorials. Jetsy, what do you think of AVAX? He's in a long trying to get to 21. Oof, that's tough. What was your entry? What was your entry, Jetsy, on AVAX? Let me know in the live chat. Let's take a look at it. I was looking to short AVAX on Friday. All right. I was looking to short the breakdown at 1775. And I'll explain why right here. Okay, so it hasn't really broken down yet. So we can see this level 1785, 1775. This is obvious support. Look at all these wicks going in. All right, so there are buyers here. There are most certainly buyers here. If you're trying to long back up to 21, from a risk-reward standpoint, I like it because you're risking very little. Okay, to beneath this low over here, you're risking 2.2%, which is great. And to 21, you know, you're looking at a 17% gain. Right, so this is an 8-to-1 risk reward. Solid trade. Only thing that worries me is Bitcoin and ETH. Okay, that could spoil your party. Okay, your entry is right here at 17.5. Okay, so you got to be careful, all right, because Bitcoin and ETH could spoil your party. Bitcoin, if this doesn't hold as support, your party will get spoiled. Okay, this trend line needs to hold as support right now. A retest of the breakout from the descending wedge on Bitcoin and on Ethereum. ETH, not looking too great on the 4-hour. Approaching these lows down here, so this needs to hold 1350. If ETH loses 1350, your party will get spoiled. This is all from this demand level. This is a rally-based rally demand level. So again, if ETH loses this, again on the daily, showed you what it looks like on the daily here. This is what it looks like on the daily. Very obvious rally-based rally. So if ETH loses this, then all longs are off the table. But Jetsy, I like the trade idea. I do like the trade idea. Amazing risk reward. As long as you manage your risk, you don't overposition yourself, and you manage your leverage, you're good, right? Who cares if you get stopped out? Amazing risk reward. I like the trade. We'll see what happens with it. We have Jasper saying, hi, Connor. Good to see you, Jasper, here in the live chat during this live stream. And we have Yusuf asking about Casper. Haven't forgotten about Casper. I'm still holding Casper, still staking Casper, and seeing my bag grow. If you don't know how to stake your Casper network, you're in luck. Why is that? Well, I actually made a full tutorial on how to stake your Casper. If you go to my channel and then you go to cryptocurrency tutorials, you go to view full playlist. Let's see if we can find it over here. All right, looks like I didn't put it in there. But luckily, I do know how to do SEO on YouTube. So I should, here I am. 10K views over here a year ago now, how to stake Casper. If you're into Casper and you're not staking, you're doing it wrong. You're definitely doing it wrong. Watch my video on how to do it. But if we look at the price, I've been watching this thing the entire bear market. And again, what do we have? We have this nice bottoming type formation playing out. I like seeing this a lot. 130 days going sideways here for Casper. I like to call this a bit of a lake. Why do I call this a lake? Because it's long, it's expansive, it's kind of round, right? This is like I think of this as like a lake, right? Draw some waves, some water. So forming a bit of a lake. These are waterfalls over here, right? If you don't know the secrets about money and all its connections with the ocean and the sea, you should look into that. It's very interesting stuff, right? Riverbank, that's why they call it bank of bank. Very interesting stuff. But yeah, this is a lake forming right here. And good buy levels, for sure. Good buy levels. If we see sub 2 cents, I'll throw some more and grow my bag and then stake it and compound it. Still holding Casper. Another layer 1. We had a question earlier from Reverend Flashback asking about layer 1s. Casper is one that I personally do hold. Layer 1 enterprise level blockchain here. And yeah, it's at lows, so I like it down here at around 2.5 cents. And again, sub 2 cents. Right, these are all-time lows here. This price has never been this low before. And if we look at from the all-time high, it is down 97%. So definitely good risk-reward from this point. Karn is saying, it was not really a rug pull. He was quite clear what he would do if he got into trouble. Yeah, I know it wasn't a rug pull, but still sketchy. Moby Sage saying he made it. I'll have to rewatch the entire thing to get my one-stop shop crypto knowledge from the Empire. Moby, good to see you here, my friend. White Jazz, not financial advice, but you can only choose 3 projects for the next bull. What are they? Want to put me on the spot, huh? I'll stay conservative. I will stay conservative. If I can only choose 3, I would choose Ethereum, I would choose HBAR, and I would choose Atom. My gut says Atom. Let's see. Look into KDA, long-term TA. Yeah, we can look at KDA. Kadena, another layer 1. All right, we want to talk about layer 1s. There is no shortage of them in the markets. The market is flooded with layer 1s. Okay, so we need to pick the right ones if we're going to be investing in layer 1s, or else we're not going to get a very good return on our investment now, will we? Kadena, long-term TA. Kadena at the bottom. Right, in this demand, right? This is daily demand down here, weekly demand even if we go to the weekly chart. Right, Kadena, every single time it's been down here from June, from the start of the summer, it has bounced. Okay, so this is certainly an area of interest. If this level loses, that is bad news bears for all the KDA fans out there. If this level loses, you can go ahead and expect price to come down to the $1 level on Kadena. Okay? Mark it on your charts, folks. $1.03 KDA could definitely happen. Jesse saying, yeah, I thought AVAX took out a bunch of liquidity at 17.5, so I started my long. Nice, nice. Karn is saying, thanks for the heads up. I'm doing it wrong. I've just been buying and holding. I think you're talking about Casper. Yeah, if you're not staking your coins, you're certainly doing it wrong right now. For example, Evmos, right? I need to make a video on this, but listen, if you don't know how to stake, watch my other videos. I show you how to stake Cosmos. I show you how to stake all the top coins. You should be able to figure it out if you stake one of those, right? Go to Evmos, launch the app. Some terms, yada, 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 whatever. Okay. So you would just go to staking here, You would view your validators. You would pick a validator and you would stake your Evmos. As it stands currently, this is like 260% APR. Uh, 180% actually, my mistake. It's going down. Okay, the more people that stake, the lower it goes. Adjusted after inflation, still 50%. Very solid. Super solid, all right? If you're not doing this, you're missing out. Much appreciated, no problem. Yusuf Rigoberto saying, if bottom for Bitcoin is going to be in soon, how long will it stay hovering around the bottom? 2 weeks, a month? Any insight is appreciated. Rigoberto, great question. How long will that bottom last for? Nobody knows. But if we look at the historical data, and we look at that bottom in 2018, right, so what happened, this was a bit of a double bottom, but this stuck around for 4 months. Then it went on that summer rally, okay? Then it went ahead and crashed. And for this one, you had, what, 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks to buy it below 8K, right? So it's going to last anywhere from maybe 1 to 4 months, I would say, Rigoberto. 1 to 4 is a good estimate. Tell video soon, certainly. Telcoin video is on the schedule. For everybody sticking to the end of the stream right now, thank you for being here with me for over 1 hour. I will let you know, I am actually building a brand new YouTube studio. Yes, I have this beautiful YouTube studio right here. It has served me very well for the past year and like about 8 months now. But as I grow as a person, as my business grows, as my YouTube channel grows, I need to upgrade. So I'm building a brand new studio in a beautiful office space. It's going to be done in around 2 weeks. Okay, so I'm kind of not really in limbo, but I'm really excited for that new studio. And once that's done, the production volume and quality is going to go through the roof. All right, so a lot of exciting times ahead right now for Crypto Empire. And yeah, we're in our infancy still. We've only just begun here, so stick around, guys. It's only going to get better from here. But yeah, I'll be making that Telcoin video for sure very soon. White Jazz saying, smash the likes, gals and gents. Absolutely. Smash up that like button. Appreciate your support, White Jazz. No problem, Ivan. We have Moby Sage saying, what's your favorite Cosmos ecosystem coin? Juno, question mark. Great question, Moby. Juno, definitely up there in my top favorite Cosmos ecosystem coins. But my favorite would have to be Atom itself. All right. This is my favorite Cosmos ecosystem coin, Atom. Right? If I could only pick one, no doubt in my mind, it is Atom. And I'll be making content to explain that further. But if you haven't already watched my video here that I made last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever, about this Cosmos Atom with 100x title, watch this video. I explain why I really like it. I'm going to be making way more videos explaining that as well. Carnage Champion saying the first time he managed to catch the live stream. I like it. Awesome, Carnage. Good to see you here in the live chat. Yusuf, that's awesome. Hope all goes well. Thank you, Yusuf. Rigo saying Connor going to have 75K subs. Rigo, we're talking 750K, my man. Sky is the limit, right? Sky is the limit. We're not stopping, but I appreciate you saying that. And Mick Naz saying congratulations on the new studio. Well, we're not in it yet. We can't celebrate just yet, but we will for sure. And Fractal saying that Atom is king. I agree with you, Fractal. Anyway, guys, we talked about a lot of things during this live stream. Right, we went over a lot of data. It will always be here on my YouTube channel, so if you missed any part of the stream, after I finish this one up, go ahead and rewatch it. Watch the replay and soak up all of that knowledge. White Jazz, Glimmer or Evmos, who you like long term? Good question. That's tough, but I would say Glimmer right now, being that it's the main one on Polkadot, and Evmos is just another Atom kind of layer 1 coin. So Glimmer. Anyway, it's time for me to wrap up the live stream, folks. I hope that you did enjoy the stream. If you haven't smashed up the like button yet, smash it up right now. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe right now. Also, if you want to trade crypto, if you want to buy crypto spot with 0 fees, guess what? You need to sign up for, one moment. Yeah, go ahead and sign up for Bitget here. You can see you can trade with 0 spot fees. Link is down in the description below. If you want to join my inner community, my inner circle, find out everything that I'm thinking all the time, go ahead and join my Discord on my official website, cryptoempireco.io. Link is down in the description below. Any questions, you can join my free Telegram group if you just want to chat. I'm always in there, always checking up on it. But of course, if you want to get serious, join the Discord. Hope that you all enjoyed the live stream. FOMC meeting this Wednesday. That is going to be big to determine where things head over the month of October. So we will be monitoring that very closely. All right, guys, have an amazing start to your week. I will be reporting here, delivering content throughout the week. Of course, I'm here every single Sunday to go live, so don't miss it next Sunday. If you're watching the replay right now and you missed this one live, be here for the next live stream. It is an amazing experience with the entire Crypto Empire community. Anyway, have an amazing rest of your weekend. If it's already Monday for you, if you're on the other side of the world, have an amazing Monday. Be productive. Do what you got to do to get